Hi guys! So today we're going to do a really special video because I'm just doing a follow-up basically on the InuYasha video. The video did really well. I didn't really expect it to go well, but it did. A lot of new people here from that video, so hello. Today we're just gonna be reading the comments and reading you guys' theories. One quick thing I wanted to say about the comment section, please be nice to each other. They're just theories. It's not exactly what's gonna happen, they're just theories. Like, it's not that serious, guys. But yeah, there was a lot of disagreements in the comment section. And I also wanted to address some things. So initially in my first video, I thought Sesshomaru was 30 years old, like human years, I guess you could say, like physically 30 years old. But someone actually corrected me and said that he was 19, which is a lot better than what I initially thought. That's why I was like kind of weirded out a bit. And I do understand that it is like a normal thing to get married young back in the day, and even like Sangon Roku say, you know what, I don't know, I don't really want to get into it because there's a lot of like negativity in the comment section. But like honestly, for me personally, with Sesshomaru and Rin situation, I honestly didn't see a father and daughter relationship. I didn't see a romantic relationship. I saw a friend companion relationship, and if they end up together, that's how it is. She does get older in the show, so it's not like her 11-year-old self is marrying this freaking dude. But like, what happens is what happens, and I just don't want people to be mad. Like, just enjoy it. We're getting more content from InuYasha, and like, come on guys, like just appreciate we're getting something at least, okay? Oh my gosh, and you know what I actually wanted instead of a sequel? I wanted a prequel. I wanted a prequel about InuYasha's dad and like his adventures, because he was a great dog demon. Why wouldn't you want to write about his dad and how he met Sesshomaru's mother, broke up with Sesshomaru's mother, and then like met Izayoi? That'd be so cute. That would be such a great anime. All the events that led him to his death, even though we did kind of see in the third movie, but like just like everything, but just everything that led up to that. That would be so amazing. I would rather have that than a sequel, but I'm still thankful to have a sequel, you know? So, we're also gonna get into more of that like topic because I did uncover a lot more stuff. Basically, a lot of you guys also commented that it's confirmed that Sesshomaru and Rin are together because of this thing called a CD drama that was released after like the final acts, and basically it is just like this like track audio drama that the Japanese voice actors like acted in, and this wasn't written by Rumiko, but it was written by someone else. And before I continue, I just wanted to address that there was recent news that Rin and Sesshomaru are actually canon because a animator that is working on the new series just came out with a official illustration that was approved by Rumiko apparently. So yeah, I mean, I still want to share this CD drama anyways, so yeah. Okay, so I really want to know if the CD drama was canon or not, if it was a confirmed thing, you know? So I went on Reddit and found this little thread, and it's like, are the drama CDs canon? If so, Sesshomaru and Rin is a real thing. And then someone replied, it's up to interpretation. Some fans believe it's canon because even if content wasn't written by her, she doesn't denounce them. Other fans believe it's a fun bit of fanfic-esque content that she saw no reason to shoot down. And then someone else replied, well, audio dramas did have the satire label attached to it, so Rumiko Takahashi probably saw no need in telling us it was not canon. Basically, I guess you can believe what you want, but it's gonna be confirmed when the next series comes out. But there's this little CD drama that exists, so you guys can take it into how you believe it, but we'll have to wait for the series to come out to see if it is a confirmed thing. I thought it'd be fun to go through the little script of the audio. I'll link down the actual audio down below in the description. It's on YouTube with English translations, but I found the written text, so we go through it together really quickly. Personally, it feels like a fanfic, but it's just a funny thing to see. And yes, Sesshomaru does propose to Rin in this little CD drama. I'm just gonna do a little summary and a really fast, quick version of the CD drama. So basically, Rin and Kagome are like chilling. This is right after Kagome comes back from the normal world. So Rin is basically asking Kagome, hey, like, y'all are married, you and InuYasha, and she's like, well, I guess we are. And then Rin is like, what did he say to you? And then she's like, what do you mean? And then Rin was like, how did InuYasha tell you he wanted you two to become husband and wife? And then Kagome is like, wait, you're talking about a proposal, right? And then she's like, wait, he's never actually proposed to me. And then Kagome like runs off all of a sudden. And then Kagome goes to InuYasha and is like, hey, you never proposed to me. And he's like, huh? I never defeated Kurobozu, which means black monk. And he's like, what kind of demon is that? InuYasha basically doesn't really exactly understand what Kagome is trying to say for some reason. And then Kagome is like, it's not a demon, it's a proposal. It's something you have to do before you get married. And then InuYasha's like, oh, it's something you have to slay before you get married? Alright, I'll finish it off. She's like trying to get him to propose to her, right? And there's just like this huge misinterpretation between InuYasha and Kagome. They cannot talk to each other for some reason. And he keeps saying, Kurubozu. And then she's like, no, Purubozu. Proposal! Come on, my guy. And then this man freaking just doesn't understand properly. Meanwhile, we're gonna skip ahead to Sesshomaru and Jock. Sesshomaru was like, hey, Jockin, how old are you now? And then Jockin's like, I'd say around 700 to 800 years old. Mans hasn't been keeping count. And then Sesshomaru was like, after remaining single for so many years, I can relate to Jockin. Have you ever had a second thoughts? And then Jockin's like, such a question, Sesshomaru-sama. For hundreds of years, now I have wholeheartedly following you. And he's just basically saying how loyal he is to Sesshomaru and how he doesn't really need, like, to get married to find a woman because his whole life is dedicated to Sesshomaru, basically. Sesshomaru, has second thoughts. And then Jockin's like, oh, by that you mean... And then Sesshomaru's like, time has come. Like, the time has come for me to have a talk with Rin. And then Jockin's like, whoa, you mean that? You're finally going to ask her to live with you as your bride rather than living in the human village. And then Sesshomaru was like, however, I cannot think of the right words. Let's go, Jockin. To hell. And then Jockin's like, hell? But how? And then Sesshomaru was like, don't worry, I have the Mado stone here. So basically, they're going to go to Sesshomaru's father's grave to ask his father for some advice. But it's just like a more spiritual thing. If you go there, take in the smells of the dead bodies, and you will get the answer on how to propose to your woman. And then basically there's this whole thing with Moroku and Sango, and yeah, we're not really gonna go into that. Shippo tells InuYasha about the Korubozu thing, the black monk is Moroku, and InuYasha has to slay him. So then InuYasha and Moroku have a fight, and you're like, yo, oh my gosh. And then meanwhile, they're fighting. Like, the girls, Rin, Sango, and Kagome are like talking to each other, giving each other advice about their issues with their men. And then after, InuYasha and Moroku basically stop fighting for a bit, and then they actually talk it out, like what's happening. And then Moroku basically says the reason why he was acting kind of weird, it was because he feels weird that his wind tunnel isn't there and he hasn't been like getting any physical like practice to fight or whatever, and he accepted InuYasha's like wish to fight, I guess you could say, to get some exercise and practice fighting. And then more things happen, but then all of a sudden the girls start coming to the guys. InuYasha's like, oh, this is bad, Kagome's coming here, I haven't found the Kurobozu yet. And then they're like, what should we do? And then Moroku's like, the only answer is that we have to hide. Oh, use your Meidos and Getsuha. Let's go to hell. Just hide there, you know? It's just a normal hiding place. No one can find us there. And then InuYasha's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. And then they go into the Meidos and Getsuha portal, and then they run away. And then Shippo's like, everyone, they're going to hell. They're hiding. Come, let's go. And then they all jump into the portal. Rin, Sango, Shippo, just everyone there runs and goes into the portal. And then next audio is basically the most randomest thing that ever happened. Even more weirder than the time they went on the mountain and then they all got drunk from the air. This is just very funny. Basically, instead of going to hell, they ended up at Sesshomaru and InuYasha's father's grave. The reason why Jockin says is because of Sesshomaru's Mado stone. They just ended up there instead of going elsewhere. So basically, they end end up going there. They fell out from the sky and then destroyed all of their father's remains. And then Sesshomaru got hella mad. He's like, y'all coming here for what? And InuYasha's like, it wasn't our fault though. Sesshomaru was like, silence InuYasha, I will give you a certain death. And then Kagome's like, that was barely even an apology, InuYasha. And then they're all just like arguing, and then all of a sudden Rin is like, wait, if we need to settle this, Rin has a suggestion. Everyone should have a tongue twister contest. The most easiest way to settle destroying your father's remains is to have a tongue twister contest. Good job, Rin. Good job. Rin says, whoever loses has to put InuYasha and Sesshomaru's father's skeleton back together. Everyone accepts, and basically they have a tongue twister contest. And Sesshomaru and everyone just is involved, participating, you know. So everyone has this tongue twister contest, and the very last person to do it was Sesshomaru. And Sesshomaru was like, as usual, you are all completely pathetic. Are you even capable of saying a satisfactory tongue twister? And Jokin's like, oh, Sesshomaru-sama is all fired up. Is he finally going to give it his all? And Sango's like, since Sesshomaru usually hardly ever says anything, can he really do tongue twisters? So they're all like really anticipating what kind of tongue twister Sesshomaru was gonna do. And then Sesshomaru was like, Rin, listen carefully. And Rin's like, hi. Right. This man goes, okay. Pero. Like, that's it. That's all he says. And then I searched up the translation of what that meant, and basically it's just like an onomatopoeia, I guess you could say, of a dog or a cat like licking. So it's like a lick sound effect. And everyone's like, what? And then Rin's like, oh, Sesshomaru-sama, Rin feels so bashful. Rin understood. And everyone else is just like, and then Sesshomaru says, let's go Jokin. And then Jokin's like, huh? And then Sesshomaru says, our business here is done. And then Rin's like, then I'll announce the results. The winner is Sesshomaru. And then everyone was like, well, that makes sense. He was so fast, we couldn't even hear what he said. So everyone like admitted defeat. And then Rin's like, the loser who has to put the skeleton back to normal is naturally InuYasha and Kagome. And they're like, why us? So then the very last track of the little CD drama is just Kagome and InuYasha putting the remains together. And basically Kagome was weirdly, I guess you could say weirdly acting really positive. And InuYasha's like, why are you so happy? Did something good happen? And Kagome's like, actually I recorded Oni-san's tongue twister with a voice recorder. Let's play back his words super slow speed. Really weird how she had a voice recorder, but it's okay. That happened, and they played really slowly, and they're basically going to listen to what Sesshomaru really said. So, in the most normal, regular speaking voice, this man's probably a rap god, because like, how the heck did you fit this whole paragraph in I mean, it's anime. So this is what Sesshomaru said. Rin, have you grown accustomed to life in the village? No one is bullying you or anything? Did you make a kimono out of the cloth I gave you the other day? When you are troubled or anxious or sad or any other time, feel free to call on me. I will come to you immediately. Even if we're far apart, if you call my name, I will absolutely come flying to you. If you cannot speak, you can whistle. Whistle through your fingers if you like a dog. Man's actually a dog. Sesshomaru, come here. Spin. Sit. Ah, good boy. Distance is no object. Our hearts are tied together. With power of trust, there is nothing to fear. Simply having that feeling should be enough to fill your heart. That is why it is fine for things to remain as they are for now. You have plenty of time. You can examine your heart at your own pace. Until then, take care of yourself. Which is kind of really sweet, because it's more like, I'll be there for you even if we're not close together. Just call me, but I will be there like right away. And then Kagome is like, so wasn't that nice, InuYasha? And then InuYasha's like, that right there wasn't a tongue twister though. And then Kagome's like, you're right, it was more like a proposal. And then it's just like them arguing basically about the whole puropozu thing. And yeah, that's just basically all that is in the CD drama. Again, it'll be linked in the description below. It's really like a fan fiction to me. You can take it however you would like. You could take it as canon or not canon, but the series that's coming in the fall is obviously what's going to determine if it is canon or not. Another thing I want to show you guys that I found. There is this band called Do As Infinity. And basically they did the Gai Mori ending, the second ending. The one goes like Boku tachi wa ikiru hodo ni, one of the movie endings, and then the opening for the last one that goes like Kimi ga inai mirai, imi nado nai mirai. They actually came out with a new album recently. We were listening to it randomly, and there is a song called Mellow Amber. And if you listen to the beginning, listen. I hope it doesn't get copyrighted, but what does that sound like? What does that sound like? Tell me what that sounds like. Because to me it sounds like opening 1. And they didn't even make opening 1. Here, let me play opening 1 for you guys real quickly. Oh, ending 1, sorry. Ending 1. So we're calling that maybe that is one of the soundtracks for the new show, and this is just too much of a resemblance. So we're calling that maybe US Infinity is gonna do another opening or ending for InuYasha, or for Yashahime. Now I think we're just gonna browse through some comments and read some of you guys' theories and stuff. Someone said, I rebuke the spirit of Boruto to not be in the show. Please, this show was my gateway to anime. We don't need the curse of Boruto here. I mean, if you like Boruto, good for you! But we don't need that in this series. And then someone else said, my theory is that some type of time distortion happened that separated InuYasha and Kagome from Moroha. And Sango, Miroku, Ippo, and Sesshomaru, possibly being in battle with them, got them caught up in it as well. Maybe the butterfly demon did it, which is why he stole Tsuna's memories. Maybe a demon that has an issue with InuYasha and Sesshomaru. It doesn't make sense for the daughter to just not know anybody when they have so many allies that would have looked after her if they died. Either way, I'm so excited. Which is very true. If some reason InuYasha and Kagome die, there would always be other people around them to take care of Moroha. They have so many allies that it's kind of really weird for her to be homeless. So it's really possible that like a lot of people got caught up in it as well. And I don't know, it's just a very, very hard situation. Like I can't even, my brain, I don't have big brain, that's all. Someone said there are stories that Kagura was resurrected and became an ordinary human. I'm not really sure about that because I feel like with Kagura, she is a reincarnation of Naraku, and just bringing a past antagonist, even though she wasn't really bad, she had her reasons, right? Like to be evil. Just having a past antagonist come back is really weird for a sequel because it's something that was finished in the original, so it's really weird having them come back. And another thing with Kikyo, a lot of people are like, this girl better not be coming back, and I doubt she will come back. She might be mentioned, but I doubt she will be resurrected because that would be too much for her soul. This girl needs to rest, man. Like someone said, you know, I really hope they didn't just kill off InuYasha, Kagome, and friends so they didn't have to bring back all the voice actors. And I doubt they would do that for that reason because even though, for example, if the voice actors weren't available anymore, they would just find new people to fill up the spots. It wasn't very hard for them to do that with Kagome when her original voice actress, the English version, decided to leave. Speaking on behalf of the fanfiction community, Sesshomaru and Adult Rin forever. I believe that Kagome's ability to time travel may have been related to her heritage and having priestess ancestry, which is how she also has the power of a priestess in the feudal era. I'm thinking maybe this relates to InuYasha as well because the spell was placed under Kikyu, which paused time-altering traits originating from the priestess's arrow. So yeah, he was basically frozen for like 50 years. Another comment that I read somewhere that the reason why InuYasha was able to time travel was because of the necklace beads that he had from Kikyo, which is another factor, which is probably true. Y'all, I'm literally just editing this and then I get this comment. I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed it, but in the third movie, there was a character who was the main villain, and his name was Takemaru of Setsuna. I don't know if there's a connection, but it was just a little thing I noticed, lol. Guys, that is literally the guy that Sesshomaru and InuYasha's dad fought with until he died, on the day that InuYasha was born. Sesshomaru is really like that. Mans really did name his daughter after his dad's worst enemy. The guy that was trying to marry InuYasha's mom or whatever. Like, what? Oh my god.
And I'm not really sure if this had any connection, but basically Sesshomaru's daughter Toa and their father Toga has kind of a similar sounding name. So I'm not really sure if there's any like resemblance, but it's similar.
That is basically all that I want to talk about in this video. This is a very long video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a little bit more stuff. Oh my gosh, my appa fell. I hope you guys enjoyed the little CD drama that came after the final acts. It's so hot right now. I'm so sorry if I'm like acting really weird because I'm like dehydrated and it's so hot in my room. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any more theories and stuff, questions, I'll link them down below. If you guys want anime recommendations, I have an Instagram account dedicated to anime recommendations, so I'll link it down below as well. And my @name is up here on the screen. It's called Anime List. I also have a TikTok. Pretty popular on TikTok. Wow, 550k. I do a lot of like anime related TikToks, so visit me over there if you want to. My name is @AngelaTihaha. And I also have a main account on Instagram, which I just post stuff about life and anime stuff. I'll link it down below. Sorry, it's so hot in here, I can't even think. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it entertaining a bit, I guess. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!